A huge theme of APEC now is also the people, a chance to protest and get their message out. Today, that message came with a major headache, the shutdown of the Bay Bridge. You probably heard about this. All westbound lanes coming into San Francisco shut down for about 4 hours. You can imagine the headaches this caused. Protesters calling for the immediate ceasefire and end of U.S. military aid to Israel. NBC's Velena Jones joins us now here in San Francisco with the latest details. Velena.
Well, Raj, the APEC protests have slowed travel here in the city for days now. But today's Bay Bridge shutdown created a whole different level of problems and frustrations.
No more genocide! Ceasefire now!
A Bay Bridge blockade. Hundreds of drivers heading to San Francisco this morning were left stranded as pro-Palestinian protesters used cars and their bodies to bring the westbound commute to a standstill for 4 hours. For many drivers, the protesters' message was lost to the frustration.
Craziness. I mean, it's kind of they have a right, but it was kind of pointless. They're not going to really change any outcome, are they? They just made our lives very difficult.
A lot of people work paycheck to paycheck, and they are one paycheck away from going homeless. And this is wildly irresponsible in my mind, just for the community that they are speaking to. They're speaking to the underprivileged people.
The protesters used cars to help halt traffic. Some even threw their car keys into the bay, forcing police to tow at least 15 vehicles. Elsa Santos and her 3 kids spent 3 hours stranded on the bridge, waiting and wondering what was happening.
I think they shouldn't, because they come and it's really scary. I'm going to the school to take my kids in the school. My elder, she cried because she saw everything and she's scared.
The CHP ultimately arrested some 80 protesters, and Caltrans reopened all lanes just before noon. Demonstrators say they hope their message reached President Biden while he's here for APEC.
Joe Biden is with the wrong side. What we need to tell him is to get out of San Francisco, and we support Palestine. There's kids out there dying.
The delays created more than just frustration. UCSF says the closure triggered hospital staff shortages, forcing cancellations of elected surgeries and major delays for 3 patients waiting for organ transplants. That's because couriers couldn't get over the bridge. Doctors say those delays may now impact patient recovery.
Every 15 to 30 minutes of holding your breath for an organ increases the risk of having complications after transplant.
While the Bay Bridge demonstration was the largest protest, it was not the day's only protest. Demonstrators condemning China President Xi Jinping marched down 2nd Street within blocks of the APEC security perimeter. Now, the protests here in San Francisco remain peaceful. UCSF tells me they were not the only hospital that was impacted because of the Bay Bridge closure. And they say even though the lanes have reopened, they anticipate the fallout from all of this to continue to impact them for the rest of the evening. Reporting live in San Francisco, Velena Jones, NBC Bay Area News.